Let's do a couple quick examples using the law of cosines. So law of cosines works great when we've got something that's not a right triangle and we're trying to solve for an angle. We've been given three sides, but we don't know an angle. And the thing to remember is that this relationship that we often use and look for in the law of sines is important in the law of cosines as well, in that the angle has to be across from the side that we define as C. So this right here is going to have to be 16. Now, beyond that, we can assign the other sides any way we want. But this relationship, the side that is across from the angle we're looking for, that must be our C. So we're going to have 16 squared equals 12 squared plus 19 squared minus 2 times 12 times 19 times the cosine of C. All right, so I'm going to make a pass through here. 16 squared is 256. 144 plus 300 squared there, 361. 2 times 12 times 19 is 456. Cosine C. Next pass through, I'm just going to add up those 144 and 361. We're going to have 505. Now I'm going to subtract the 505 over. So we've got negative 249 equals negative 456 cosine C. I'll divide both sides by negative 456. And at this point, we have cosine C. So to get rid of that, we do the inverse cosine. Like that. We use our calculator. I have an earlier video where I go through, typing these in. I'll link that at the end. But when we do that, we get 56.9 degrees. Okay, so that's one great use of the law of cosines, and let me just remind you, you should never need to use law of cosines more than once. Once you've established this relationship, we would use that with like law of sines. So if I said, well, I want this angle too, we would just use the law of sines with this angle side relationship, and we could solve for more angles after that. Let's do one more example. All right, in this case, we're going to look for a missing side, and you can see we've been given two sides and the angle that was between them. So, using our law of cosines, remember, this relationship is so important that, again, x is going to be our C, that side across from the angle. So we're going to have x squared equals 20 squared plus 41 squared minus 2 times 20 times 41 times the cosine of 42. And in this case, we should just be able to take the square root of both sides and just type this into our calculator to have x equals. And again, I have an earlier video where I go through that, typing that in, but it is 29.4 is the length. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe for more geometry help.